I'm a sucker for a slow blues, whether it's songs like Stormy Monday by T-Bone Walker or playing a groove like Tin Pan Alley by Stevie Ray Vaughan. These types of progressions are so fun to play. Now today I want to share with you a great one from none other than the king of the blues himself, Mr. B.B. King. This is going to be a groove over chains and things. Let's dive straight into it. So the progression, it's really just a blues in the key of A minor. So we're going to have 3 chords for this. We're going to have an A minor, which is just from the 5th string down, open, 2, 2, 1, open. We've got a D minor from the 4th string down, open, 2, 3, 1, and then an E minor, all 6 strings, open, 2, 2, open, open, open. Now that's going to be our 1, our 4, and our 5. A minor is the 1 chord, D minor is the 4 chord, and E minor is the 5 chord. Now what we would do is put those into a typical 12-bar blues progression. But instead of just playing the chords, I'm going to show you a riff through this blues. We're going to do something a little bit different here. You'll notice I'm playing without a pick. We're going to start by playing this riff. We're going to go. And that's the riff basically that's in the groove of the song. So instead of just strumming A minor, you can play this riff. We're going to slide 3 to 5 on the 2nd string, then 3 on the 1st string, then I slide 4 to 5 on the 2nd string, and then 3, 1, 2 on the 3rd string, and then back to 1 on the 2nd string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again, this part here, classic blues sound, and then we just go down, kind of down to this A minor area here. Now you don't have to slide the 2nd one. Sometimes you'll hear that on the recording, a little slide there. But if you don't play it, it would sound like this, which is great as well. Now what I want to do is, you'll notice again I'm playing fingerstyle. I'm playing this melody with my fingers. So I could use you could use just your index, or you could use index and middle. So the index could cover strings 3 and 2, and then the middle could play the 1st string. Okay. Now what this does is frees up my thumb to be able to play the bass note. Now what I'm going to do is hit that as a whole note and then play the riff on top like this. Now there, I'm playing basically 2 parts. I've got a bass line, which is just whole notes, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then the riff going on top. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then again. Now all of that melody there is coming out of something called the blues scale. And I want to give you a free guide that I put together that shows you how to master the blues scale anywhere on the neck. And I do this through just learning 5 simple patterns. And I detail all this out in a PDF you can grab completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales or click the first link down below. And once you get these patterns down, then you'll be able to identify, like when you're playing songs, the scale pattern, and that'll help you find the key and just connect so much on the guitar for you. So again, you can get this completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales and grab that as my gift to you. So we're putting this riff into our 12-bar blues. Which means we're going to play this 4 times on the A. Then what you do is you go to the 4 chord, which again, remember earlier we talked about the D minor chord. We're going to play the same riff, but it's going to go over the 4 chord. And this is something that happens in the blues all the time. You can have like one riff going through the entire blues. And so what we do here is we play the same riff, but our thumb now is going to play the note D. So instead of A, now we just shift down 1 string. We're on the 4th string. And this gets a different sound. We're going to do that twice and then go back to A. Twice. So the melody on top is staying the same, but the bass is changing. Again, your thumb is just shifting strings. Here's the first 8 bars. Let's try it together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Go to D. Back to A. All right, then we get to the last 4 bars, and this is the turnaround here. We're going to bring in the 5 chord, which is E minor, then we'll go to the 4 chord, D minor, and then back to 1, A minor for 2 bars. So just following a standard blues progression here. For the E minor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the same riff. Actually, through all these chords, I'm just going to keep playing the same riff on top, but I'm going to move the bass and get a different sound. So if the chord is E minor, well, what's the bass note? It's going to be E. So what I'm going to do is go, but now I'm going to put the E in the bass. Then I'm just going to do it once there. Then I'm going to go to the D. So there my thumb played the 6th string, and then it shifts all the way to the 4th string. And then back home to A twice. So it's once on E minor, once on D minor, and then 2 times on A minor. So that is the entire 12-bar progression, and then when you get to the end, you go back to the top. So we're ending with 2 bars of A minor, but when we loop it back around, remember we started with 4 bars of A minor. So at the end, connecting it all together there, you're playing actually 6 bars of A minor, but you want to just sort of like cut it off and think, okay, that's the end of the blues, and then you go back to the top. So let's try it all together. Get set, and I'll count us in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... D minor. A minor. E minor. D minor. A minor. So that is the groove for Chains and Things, and instead of playing, just A minor to D minor, you can start playing that riff, and you can play the bass line and get this whole groove going. You can jam along with the song. It's a ton of fun to play. Now, I'll give you one last tip if you want to challenge yourself and start working on that independence, which is really important for fingerstyle guitar. What you can do is you can add more rhythm to the thumb. So instead of just going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just letting that whole note ring, you could go to quarter notes, okay? So that's gonna go. One, 2, 3, 4, then D. Back to A. Then E. And that's another great technique for blues guitar players to get down. It's just that steady thumb, and you can practice it going through the blues changes. So level 1, start with those whole notes. Level 2, start adding more rhythm with the thumb. Now, if you all want to see another video on this, going into just soloing, basically the solo for this is all just A minor blues scale, which you can grab completely for free. Just get my blues scale PDF guide. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales and you can grab that as my gift to you. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more just diving into soloing over this. It's, again, a minor blues in the key of A minor. Have fun, and for more BB King, check out this video next.